Hey folks, welcome back to Fixing to Fish. I just wanted to do a little intro because the one I did earlier wasn't very good. And I guess everybody has an off day. Today was my off day. And I was really frustrated towards the middle of it. And I was getting I was losing focus. Um, it wasn't just that I was having a off day. I have some major things going on in my life. They're positive things, two really big things, and a third thing, which isn't as major, but still fairly important to me. Um, and again, I can't talk about these things because I'm sort of waiting to announce some of these things, but they're big events in my life and potentially life changing. So I went out with that mindset where I was a little preoccupied. I had originally wanted to go out and sort of bed fish, not use my uh, Boyd Duckett jerkbait, which has been working really well for me. I wanted to do something different, and it just wasn't happening. I tried a variety of baits. I tried a fluke. I tried a swim bait. I tried an S waver. I was just trying to mix it up and see if I could get a bite, and it wasn't happening, unfortunately. And I was getting frustrated, so I ended up leaving the lake that I was fishing at and fishing another lake that was nearby. And things got really interesting really quick. Um, you'll just have to watch the video. I was really surprised, and yeah. So just bear with me. I'm a little preoccupied in the video. The sound is terrible. We had a lot of wind, but I think you guys will enjoy the video. So catch you at the end. Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back to Fixing to Fish, and today is kind of a gray day, but I have a fish down here that's either a garden fry or on a bed, and we are going to try to use this fluke to get a bite. Now I know I have a go-to bait that'll do the job, but I'm trying to see what other baits I can use to do this, just because I get a little bored fishing the same thing, no matter how effective it is. So I had a big fish come up, bop my S waver. I had an S waver on just before I put this on, and disappear. So what I think is going on is these fish, we've had a bit of a cold front here, and it's significantly cooler than the last time I was here, and I really believe that these fish are really tight to cover underneath stuff, really snugged in, and I am just having a lot of trouble getting to where the fish are. I've tried dropping jigs and all sorts of stuff, and there's a gar jumping out there. But these fish are really just tight in there, so I'm trying different things to try to get down, get that fish's attention. This bait is pretty much the most effective bait that I have right now. I have other jerk baits, but they don't seem to be as effective as this one. I've tried a couple other ones, and I think it's the color and the rattle in it. It has a very distinctive sound. It's a lot higher pitch than my other ones. That may have something to do with it. I just like to give it a little pop when I first cast it out, just to get it to sink in. Sometimes if you don't, it won't sink. And I'll let it sink, and then I'll start working it. It pops, leave slack in the line, pop, pop, leave slack, don't reel it in. Reel it in just so that when you pop it, just slacken the line, because you don't want these to swim off like the fish. You want them to just jerk instead of swim then jerk. You want it to go pop, pop, pause, pop, pop, pause. I've got a little rat bite. But when there's a rat, there's a big one. They seem to be congregating on this side of the lake. Not really sure why. But really, I see bass, right? No, that is a gar, fortunately. Look at that. Nope, that's a gar. That would be a quick way of losing me. So maybe it's a good thing I didn't get any bites over here. Just knowing that it's around is really messing with my head. So I think I'll move on to a different spot. So I switched lakes and look what I hooked into. I don't even know how big this fish is. I barely got him hooked. Look at the size of that fish. Whew. Man, look at that. That is a beauty. Came out of nowhere. We're gonna let him go. Man, what a beautiful, beautiful bass. Down to the bottom. That was awesome. And what happened was, I was actually getting kind of frustrated on the other lake. I said, you know what? I'm going to go to a different lake. And it really paid off. The water here is a little dingier. And it may have helped. Sometimes the water being cloudy can actually help if the fish are super pressured. They can they're not able to see quite as clearly. So, man, what a beauty. Whew. It's so big, made my arm sore. So as you can see by that video, at that point, before I caught that fish, I was very distracted. I was very just frustrated, and you know, I was actually heading back to my car and just hitting spots half-heartedly. I had completely lost focus on the video at that point. Recently, there was a tournament that I was planning on fishing. I wasn't able to make it. There was a death in my wife's family, and she had to go out of town, so I wasn't able to fish. I was watching my son, and I couldn't take him out on my kayak. It just wasn't big enough. And the winner of the big fish competition, there was two competitions. One was total weight of 5 fish, and then there was a big fish. The big fish that won the competition was 5 pounds, 5 ounces. And today, that fish that I caught was 5 pounds, 10 ounces. So if I had competed and I had caught that fish, I would have won that. Which really surprised me. And actually, I've seriously been considering moving into tournament fishing, and that just kind of solidified it. I've talked to a few people, and they're really encouraging me to try my hand at fishing the Quarry Lakes tournaments. So I'm going to do it. You know, next one's coming up at the end of the month, and you know, that may be something I do a video on. I haven't competed in man, at least 10, 15 years, something like that. It's been a while, but I'm getting the confidence where I feel like I can do it. And I'm pretty excited about that. That's not the news that I was talking about earlier. It's just something that I'm going to be doing in the near future. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Even though I was distracted, I had a really good day. And normally I wouldn't continue to fish if I was that distracted, but I'm kind of glad I did. It just goes to show you can't predict anything. You never know when that big fish is going to come up and just grab your bait. So thanks for watching. Until next time.